And of late, the conversation has been around how to ramp up the production of avocados and the exports of the same. And I know new markets are emerging from China to UAE to Australia. Where are we? Because this is becoming a hot crop, and more so especially in the Mount Kenya region.
Yes, thank you for that question. Avocado is the new frontier in Kenya. We are currently #1 in Africa in terms of exports of avocado. In the last 2 years, we surpassed South Africa. And this is something that I want to applaud the Kenyan farmers for being resilient and doing what needs to be done to be able to compete with the giants in Africa and even in the world. Because currently, Kenya is placed position 6.
Globally?
Yes, globally. After Peru and the other giants in terms of exports of avocado. Nevertheless, now when we look closer home, the avocado growth in terms of production has really shifted from the main traditional zones, which were majorly rounded around the central highlands of the country. And we are seeing now opening up of new areas west of Rift Valley, in the Rift Valley, and even drier areas where traditionally avocado would be unthought of, areas of Ukambani and the rest. And these are now the new frontiers where avocado is moving into. Part of the reason is because we have large tractions of land where now we can be able to do a single planting of maybe around 4,000 trees, which now, if we look at it at the segmentation regions in central Kenya, you would find, because of the limited land holding, most of the farmers, especially the smallholder growers, would be having an average of 30 to 40 trees. But when you move out into the Rift Valley and in the west of Rift Valley and western parts of the country, including Nyanza, then you would find there are farms currently that hold even as high as 10,000 trees. And what this means then is a consolidated area where we can be able to have better management of the crop from one centralized location. And this is part of the contribution into why now Kenya is becoming a force to reckon with in terms of avocado exports. Allow me to talk a little about the China market, because initially in 2018, when Kenya started making negotiations with China as one of its key trading partners, we got a protocol that only allowed exports of frozen avocado
to China.
And
China is a big market. It's actually the biggest market in the world.
Yes, it is. With a population of 1.6 billion people, then it is a market that we really have to look at. But that protocol that only allowed exports of frozen avocado was a tall order for Kenya. Why? The cold chain infrastructure was difficult for the Kenyan exporters to be able to meet. And early this year, in January, when now we had a revision of the same protocol and allowed now exports of fresh avocado into the Chinese market.